In order to reconstruct, grab the one that has the most images, because that's the volume one. Then pull it, reformats right here. That's to batch new images. Down here, where is it? If you want to make 3Ds, you'll upload it to the volume viewer. But just to make reformats, sagittals, axials, coronals, take it to reformat. So once you have it on the screen, just know that this is coronals, axials, coronals, and sagittal. So this is cut this way, this is cut through the head this way, and this is cut through the head this way. No, sorry, this way. And to batch it, you're gonna go to My Tools, click, hover over that. That's called Batch. Click that, and this green line is gonna come up. Once that green line comes up, whatever box you want to work on, click on the box. So let's say we want to work on the sagittal. I'm gonna click on the sagittal, click oblique, and then that'll pop up. So one thing to look at is this red cursor. If this image gets zoomed in and you can't zoom it out, like bring it back, sometimes it's just a zoom button, but also sometimes it's this red cursor because it could be moved somewhere, and then this will be zoomed in and you can't do anything to it because this has happened to me before. Just make sure that it's centered somewhere along the axis of the head. It's just sometimes it happens. I don't know, this machine has a mind of its own. Like this, I want to bring the sides in to collimate, but I can't. So what you're gonna do is just randomly go into something else. Let's see, neck. So you see how this arrow, these arrows means you can bring it in and out. This little square box, that with that rotation, that means it lets you tilt. So I want to work on this box. So I'm gonna click on it, click oblique, and now it shows up. So what I'm gonna do now is make an axial. Oh, first there's these numbers, right? 2 to 63. This is the smaller number. So this is saying that it's gonna make your cuts from front, anterior, posterior to back. So anterior, posterior, right and left. Right and left. Superior, inferior. Same thing. Okay. So we want to start from the bottom to the top. Every protocol is different. Oops. So normally it's 5x5s, depending on your facility. 3x3 or 5x5s. So there's this bone right here. You see this? This bone? We're gonna work off of that bone. If I go perpendicular to that bone, I'm gonna get, well, what do you guys think? Is it gonna be a coronal or is it gonna be an axial? Da-da-da-da, let's see it. That is an axial. Okay, so if it's perpendicular, it's axial. But if it's parallel, see how this, I'm putting this line with that line? Now that it's parallel, what image is it gonna give us? Let's take a guess. Is it gonna be, it's already a sagittal, so we already made an axial. Let's see if this comes out as coronal. Coronal. Oh, another thing is, okay, this is an axial, right? Go up and down with the button. To know if it's a true good positioning, the lens of the eyes will show up at the same time. So this one was off a little bit. This one wasn't so centered. But if you literally scroll up and down and the lens of the eyes come up at the same time, they pop up at the same time, that means your axial or your head positioning is really good. But this was kind of off. If you want to make a sagittal from here, you can either turn this around, starting it from right to left, where the 2 is here and the bigger number is here. You can turn it like this, or go to your keyboard and press this, and it'll switch it. So if you work on this instead of the sagittal, this will give you a sagittal. See that? And you can make a sagittal and coronal from your axial as well. I want to click that. This is going to make a sagittal. And if we want to make a coronal, so it depends on the facility, back to front or front, back to front or front to back. And I like to, wait, oops. Okay, so if we scroll through this, you see this midline right there? I like to follow that line. So I rotate this and make sure that line is the mid-sagittal line. And collimate. And then sagittal. Boom. And you can use any of these to make an axial. Click on this again, click oblique, and then just start from bottom to top. I would follow this mid-sagittal line too, and then you can do the same thing on this side. Click here, start from bottom to top, and you'll still make, oh no, that's when you do the perpendicular of this line. So once you preview it and you're good and you like it, then you press OK and then save it, and then don't forget to send it. So once you leave here, you're gonna exit and then go back to the exam and select it and send it off like you normally would. Okay, I think that's it for now.